Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suyin and thanks for joining us today. We are going to explore how to retire with more money in our EPF, and today's video is actually sponsored by Principal Asset Management. So thanks for sponsoring this and let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so what is EPF? EPF, for us Malaysians, that is our Employees Provident Fund, also known as our retirement money that we are actually contributing to every single month if we are employed by an entity or an organization. As employees, part of our paycheck is automatically deducted into our EPF fund. On top of that, employers actually contribute a percentage towards our retirement as well. So it's relying on our EPF money alone sufficient for us to retire? In my perspective, I don't think so. That's why I take it upon myself to invest my money, whether it is through my individual stock portfolio or a robo-advisory platform or PRS. So today we're going to be looking at what can we actually do with our EPF funds and whether we can build that up within our EPF itself. So the first method that I would say is pretty straightforward and very no-brainer to have more money in EPF is to voluntarily contribute extra money towards our EPF. We are able to contribute up to 60,000 per year maximum, and that's how we are going to have more money in our EPF. But let's talk about the other option that we have at hand, which is the more interesting part that we'll be focusing on today, and that is the i-Invest feature of our EPF. So EPF actually has their online website and we are able to access it by registering for an i-Akaun account at any of the KWSP kiosks available around Malaysia. And for me, where I registered was in a CIMB bank and they had a KWSP kiosk. Put in my IC and click the button to register for i-Akaun, and what I did was I went home and keyed in the registration PIN or first time login, and that activated my account. So after that, I could access all my EPF information online, which is heck of a lot easier. That is definitely for sure. And on top of that, there is also this i-Investment feature that we will be discussing today. Okay, so when we are looking at this particular tool for us, we are using part of our EPF money, and this part of our EPF money is very specific. We divide our money into two different accounts. One is called Account 1, and that represents 70% of our total EPF funds, and Account 2 is 30% of our total EPF funds. The reason why they split it up in this sense is so that we are able to really focus in on these funds for our retirement, where Account 1 is generally untouchable and we cannot withdraw that money. But Account 2 is specifically designed to help us out as Malaysians, whether we need extra funds for, say, our education, buy a house, incident like, say, medical fees, that we can apply to withdraw part of that Account 2 and use those funds. Today, what we are focusing on is Account 1, and as part of Account 1, there is also another clause within it where if we have excess savings, and there is this whole table that I will link down below. For me, I'm 28 years old and it says there I need a basic savings amount of 27,000 ringgit. So once I have exceeded that 27,000 ringgit, I am eligible to invest the excess of that money into unit trusts that are approved by the KWSP and that we can actually see in the fund selector portion of the website. The other catch is that when you exceed this basic savings, you are only eligible to invest 30% of your excess amount. So this is something that I really like because it is like a fail-safe in the sense that we are dealing with our EPF money here, and this money is gazetted out for our retirement specifically. So this is money that we don't really want to mess around with too much, and we want to know that we are able to have that money in retirement. So why would we go about investing a portion of it, that 30% of our excess money? The whole reason why we would be looking at things like that is to actually supplement that amount that is available for us to work with. If we are able to pick the right unit trust, that will actually help to supplement our returns in terms of the money that is working for us in this system already. So what we know is that EPF is able to give us somewhere around 5 to 6% per year as a dividend. But what if we could actually make that portion of our money work a little bit harder for us in terms of selecting good unit trusts or good funds that could perform for us and let that money compound in this system until the day we retire. So that is something that I think it's super cool and we get to explore today. What I like about this feature is that I had a look at the funds that are available, and there is a more global reach. So once we opt into investing with i-Invest, we get to choose what our money is being put into in terms of the fund selection. So there are all sorts of things to check out on the website. Another thing that I really like about i-Invest is that sales charge is now 0%. If you buy it on this platform, there is no sales charge involved for the time being, and I think that is really cool because every little bit of fee reduction really counts towards our returns. The last thing that I really like about i-Invest is that it represents the convenience that we often seek for in terms of being able to transact online and do it by yourself, where you can choose the fund, so you are able to control when you want to invest in these unit trusts, because you can monitor what is going on, how is their net asset value performing on that day or in that week. And also it's like a one-stop shop. You can check out the information in this space of i-Akauns, i-Invest, and you can also transact in the same place. So it's quite seamless and I quite enjoy utilizing this. However, I need to say that you have to do this via web form. They do have an application, and the app helps us see what is going on in our EPF and our unit trust performance. However, we are not able to transact through the app, and we do need to utilize the web version for buying and selling our investments through KWSP. I want to show you how to navigate the website, and it's pretty simple, but as usual, it's always nice to do it together. You're going to need to know your login, and they also give you a first-time login guide here, and if you open that up, it shows you how to go about it. They will give you an SMS with a password for the account activation. It's pretty good, so you can check that out yourself. So now we're gonna go ahead and log in. So here we are on the page, and I'm gonna blur out my details so I can keep them a bit private here. But as you can see, this orange portion here represents our account 1. That is 70% of our total funds in EPF. Today, what we're going to be focused on are our investments. So let's click that. And that's gonna bring us to this specific page. So it's gonna look different for you when you have not bought any funds yet. So here you can see that I have purchased 2,000 of a specific fund, and it is a principal asset management fund specifically. It will show me here the name of the fund that I bought and the profit and loss. So as I just recently purchased this, there has been no NAV change yet, so I have not made any money and I have not lost any money yet. Okay, so now let's look at the fund tools and fund selector. As this video is sponsored by Principal, I guess it's only fair that I show you their funds. But as you can see, there are other funds that we can purchase from. But today we're going to look specifically at Principal Asset Management Funds. And here you can select the fund category that you're interested in. Let's just click all to see what is there. And there is also a geographical sector that you can choose. So if you are particularly bullish on a certain country, some people really like China, some people really like the Asia region for emerging economies, some people like US, Singapore. So you can choose which geographical sector you would like your fund to be focused in, and there is a volatility classification here and a consistent return ratings. And whether you care about Sharia versus conventional, that is really up to you to select that, and you can generate the table. So this is how I would do it, and I would filter straight away for the 10-year performance. So if you double click that, that arranges it from highest to lowest, and there are more pages here. So the first thing that popped up here is the Greater China Fund, but I think what's important as well is to note the 1-year performance. Let's just look into this fund because it's the first one that pops up. It is not a buy or sell recommendation, just so you know. So what I really like about this is that you can add it to your watch list, or you can buy the fund straight away. And here they're going to tell you all of this information that is very necessary to check out. And what I really like is that they already have the documents that are relevant to this particular unit trust, and I would definitely encourage you to read through it. Let's look at the fun fact sheet, and this is something that I like to look at. First off, they're going to show you all of this. This is going to describe what this particular fund is about. So this focuses on China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and this is something that you should look at as well, the management fees and trustee fees, because that is all relevant into what we will be paying for investing in this unit trust. And then we can also look at the top 10 holdings. This is my favorite part to look at, to see what percentage of their assets of this fund is invested into. So here they have Alibaba, Tencent, Taiwan Semiconductors, Prada, okay, that's interesting, and all of these other companies. So if you wanted some Chinese exposure, there is this fund, and obviously you can read through all of that. And then they give you more information here, so the performance, some charts, all of that good stuff, and annual management fee, trustee fee, and then your expense ratio. So the fund distributors that you can buy from, and as you can see here, it's 0% sales charge. You can knock yourself out with this whole feature. Spend time looking at what funds are available. Let's check out one more fund. Okay, I didn't really filter this much, but let's have a look here. Let's look at Global Titans, and let's see what are their holdings and what's their performance been like. You can see the 10-year average and this year annualized return. And checking out the fun fact sheet here, this is what they are invested into in the US market. Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, Facebook, Visa, all of these companies that we are very familiar with, Toyota, Nestle. And they're going to share with us that the fees are this much and this much. And we can also see it right here. Oops. We can also see it right here in its annual expense ratio. So let's just say we want to buy a fund. Yeah, it will tell you how much you are eligible to invest. So that's pretty helpful. And you can definitely proceed to check out right here. So yeah, this concludes the part of me running through the website with you. There is a promotion running now from the 7th of July up to the 9th of September where we stand a chance to up to 0.55% of our net investment value when we invest with funds by Principal Asset Management. And obviously there are terms and conditions that apply, so please remember to check out the link down below for more details. So we have come to the end of the video today, and I hope you enjoyed this. And remember that anything that I've said in this video is solely of my opinion and it's for education purposes. It is not investment advice, so please do your own due diligence before investing your hard-earned money. And yeah, I think that's it. Remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with your friends. I will see you in the next one. Bye!